Encounter is brought to you by the Broome County Council of Churches, where we connect compassion with needs as we inspire growth with dignity. You'll find us in special places throughout the community. For those who remain hungry, we provide meals. For those who are challenged, we build wheelchair ramps. We comfort those who are ill, minister to those who are confined, and we remain an advocate for change and understanding on behalf of every element of our community. Connect and inspire. Encounter the Broome County Council of Churches.
Brothers and sisters, greetings and welcome to the Encounter program sponsored by the Broome County Council of Churches. I'm your host, Mark Kimpland, the pastor at the Endwell United Methodist Church. I have always been inspired in my 7.5 years in the Southern Tier with the coordination and the effect of the ministry, the Redbird Mission. When I moved here prior 7.5 years ago, I knew very little about the Redbird Mission. To me, the Redbird Mission, prior to coming to the Southern Tier, was basically trifolds that I would see in church desks and offices and in the sanctuary. And when I came here 7.5 years ago, I was truly inspired by the work that is being done at the Redbird Mission in Beverly, Kentucky, and the people doing the work. And I've had a front row seat to see this continue and to emerge and grow. And so this morning, we're going to have the very special blessing and opportunity to talk to many of the people that are on the ground and that are doing the work for the Redbird Mission, not only in Kentucky, but also here in upstate New York and in the Southern Tier. And so it's my honor and privilege to introduce our guests this morning. We have Dave Alexander, who is the one that is coordinating the efforts in this area. We have Tom Scheibner and Ken Schlock, who have traveled all over New York State and parts of Pennsylvania over the past many years to pick up the necessary items that will be delivered and have been delivered to the Redbird Mission. And we are really thrilled to have with us Tracy Nolan, who is the Community Outreach Director for the Redbird Mission in Beverly, Kentucky. So welcome to you all, and let's get into this because I'm so excited about this. But I'd like to first begin with Tracy. Tracy, you are hands-on right where the Redbird Mission is, and so I don't think I'm alone. I think we do a wonderful job promoting it, but there may be people that need a refresher course of what the Redbird Mission is. So can you kind of share some of its ministry, its mission, maybe a little bit of the history for our viewers and for our listeners?
Thank you very much. It is an honor and a blessing to be here. And the Redbird Mission could not do all that we do deep within the Appalachian Mountains in southeastern Kentucky without partners like everyone that's on this call. Redbird Mission, we are celebrating our 100th anniversary this year. We were founded back in 1921. We are a national mission institution with the Women's Division of the United Methodist Church. I want to share just a little bit about the various ministries that are available here. Just like you were sharing, you're aware of the Christmas ministries and the work we do with women and children, but we're very vast. Our vision is building healthy, sustainable communities within the mountains of southeastern Kentucky, and that takes a lot to pull that off. We are 45 minutes deep within the mountains. We serve primarily Bell, Clay, and Leslie counties, some of the most impoverished counties in Kentucky. And the ways that we do that, we have a pre-K through 12 Christian school serving nearly 200 students. We have a residential dormitory program. We have Redbird Clinic, where we have a dental clinic and community health services, and we lease out a primary health care clinic. In our dental clinic, we see 243 patients a year. We have a partnership with the University of Louisville, so dentistry students get to rotate and provide excellent services. And so they've got a wonderful bedside manner and understand the great difficulties that come in oral health in impoverished areas with limited healthcare access and limited preventative care. So it's a mutually beneficial program there. We also serve the surrounding rehab and recovery centers, providing their dental health, their oral care for the 3 counties. We also have economic opportunities, which is a craft store. We have a community store where a lot of gently used clothing and household items, and goods are available to the community. We have a work camp program where home repair happens to make the homes safer, weatherized, build wheelchair ramps, room additions, addressing the substandard housing conditions deep within these mountains. We see a lot of mold and deterioration of the homes. Homes might be 100 years old. They might be mobile homes. So they require a lot of work when individuals have very limited income to do much capital repair. And then we have community outreach, and that's where Dave Alexander and the others interface mostly with Redbird Mission. So community outreach, there's a lot that goes on there. We have community aid that's doing a lot of the basic services, food, clothing, helping people find shelter, helping people find utility assistance, finding homeless shelters. We also do a lot of meals through emergency food pantries, through partnerships with other churches and individuals, through commodities. Through our Senior Citizen Center, we're doing home delivered meals. Last year, we provided almost 50,000 meals, and this year it was far more than that because of the pandemic. We applied for a few grants and we received those, and we immediately spent those. People are hungry and they are scared, and the resources are limited in southeastern Kentucky. The unemployment process did not go well. We're seeing people come to our food banks that have never in their lives ever had to come to a food bank. And we want to be there for them through this. Our baby pantry, over 700 people are impacted through our baby pantry, needing diapers, wipes, formula. So it's just tremendous, the work that's going on here. And we want to thank you all for partnering. Having access to health and hygiene supplies, personal protective equipment, masks and hand sanitizers and disinfectants, so we can continue to do the essential service work. Redbird Mission has been open from the beginning of the pandemic, mid-March. We have not stopped, but it is getting more and more challenging. We've not been able to have the work campers and the large groups come in to honor the governor's request to not have groups larger than 10 a lot of the time. Sometimes it was up to 25, but that's where we have a lot of our revenue. So it's been very difficult to remain open. We ask for continued prayers, for continued financial donations, so we can continue God's work here. I'm blessed to be a part of the staff. I appreciate all these partnerships. And again, like I said before, we would not be here if it was not for the financial donations and the in-kind donations that we're receiving. So thank you all so very much. God bless you.
Oh, Tracy, that's wonderful. And thank you for doing all that you're doing and being the hands and the feet on the ground. And it certainly is a very vast ministry. So thank you. I'd like to turn the tape to Dave Alexander, who has been associated and working alongside the Redbird Mission for many, many years. Dave, can you kind of share your involvement and how that has emerged over the years and grown?
Sure. I first got involved probably 10 to 12 years ago when another couple was collecting shoe boxes for the Binghamton and Oneonta districts. They had health issues and they asked if I would continue on this work, and I could not turn them down. So we've been working and I kind of developed a team here in the Endwell area with Tom and Ken to help me do what we're trying to do. We became, with the Upper New York Conference, we've grown. So instead of just doing 2 districts, which was Binghamton and Oneonta, now we're doing all of upstate New York. And we're traveling all over to pick up items. I spend a lot of time doing emails with everybody, encouraging people to participate. We're looking, trying to get people to put together the shoe boxes, which are personal hygiene items, or baby things like diapers, wipes, blankets, sheets. We've really pushed the last 2 years getting a lot of getting away from used clothing to more things that the people down there can use. And it's just been amazing, the outpouring, especially now with the pandemic. The small churches that have maybe 20 people they found this to be a great way for them to stay connected by doing this particular project. So we are working on, we're already working on for this coming December, which may seem a ways off, but we're getting the message out that we are still going to be doing this mission and what we want to get from people with the emphasis definitely on the shoe boxes, all types of baby things and the blankets and sheets and everything and diapers. We've just to share, we've had people who have handmade scarves, blankets, Afghans, which is just amazing. That's some of the smaller churches, the women they love to knit, and they have made a lot of things. And we took over 2,200 shoe boxes back in December down. In fact, we had the truck loaded and we went and got it weighed and we were overweight, so we had to come back and take some things out, which we first year we've ever done that. But it's amazing. We only took one truck this year just because of the pandemic and trying to get down there and get back without running into any health issues with the people who drove. So I can't say enough for Tom and Ken, who really went above and beyond driving down there and coming back in such a short period of time to deliver these supplies to the mission.
Well, Dave, thank you, because this certainly is a year-round mission, and it takes all year to really actually do that. Friends, again, I want to just reintroduce our guests today. They are Dave Alexander, Tom Scheibner, and Ken Schlock from this area, who are connecting with the Redbird Mission, and also Tracy Nolan, who is the Community Outreach Director for the Redbird Mission. So I'd like to kind of turn our attention to the two that do the yeoman's work here, along with Dave, traveling all over New York State. We don't see Tom Scheibner and Ken Schlock the month of November and December because they are traveling all over the place. Tom, let me begin with you, if you don't mind. I guess the ultimate question, perhaps to the listener or the viewer here, is why do you do it? What is it that inspires you to do this year after year when you could certainly have 100 other things to do?
Well, basically, I have to say I can't say no to Dave. I got involved in the church Endwell here 40 years ago when I moved to town, and that's evolved over the years. And Dave gets talking about the Redbird Mission and the prior folks involved, the Hiltons. Went down there for the work camps, I believe, and I didn't get involved at that time. So it was Dave's suggestion, and looking for something to do, I found it. And the story really more involves all the people at the beginning of this effort that build the shoe boxes. We drove to maybe 12 plus churches, but it's those people at those churches and other churches that feed them so that we don't have 50 stops to pick up, that really is the dedication of everyone, building an essential needs shoebox to deliver every year. And I think that's the thing that hits me the most, is that this is used year after year, and they probably need it more often, but that's all we're involved in. And that's primarily the reason, is that getting to meet some of the people that put the kits together, and then delivering to Tracy. And one year when we were down there, we were unloading the back door and she was feeding boxes out the front door. So the need is there, and I know they appreciate it. And the countless people in support of us, it's not just Ken and I, people that help us unload the trucks, that pack the trucks, unload the deliveries that we pick up, pack the truck. I can't tell you how many people are involved, 50 or more at our church. plus all the other churches. It's a fantastic mission.
Yeah. Thanks for sharing that, Tom, because that's a profound thought, that we see a loaded truck with stuff that's going to head down to Kentucky, but that stuff is actually the hands and the will and the blood, sweat, and tears of so many hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands of people. So thanks for reminding us of that. Ken, what about yourself? What inspires you to do this year in and year out, or what's touched your heart over the years?
Well, my wife is secretary of United Methodist Church in Endwell. And when I retired, she told me about Dave, and you might need some help. I was hesitant at first, but I said, I'll go give it a try. And I'm glad I did. I tell you, I find it very humbling and gratifying both. The people need this help, and that we're part of a solution to help them. And I don't know, I just enjoy it. I mean, it's good. People we work with, people who do all the work, they're just a great bunch of people. And to see all these small churches, what they donate, how unselfish they are to donate and help with this. The shoe boxes, blankets. We had ladies crochet and knit lap blankets, they call them, and hats and gloves. During the pandemic, it's amazing that I thought it was going to be a small amount of donations, but it was more than we expected. It's amazing how much these people did for us and for the mission. So yeah, I'm just happy to be part of it. Really, it's
good. Well, thank you, and we are happy that you're a part of it, and that it certainly inspires so many more people and such. I'd like to direct this attention to either Dave, Tom, Ken, either of you three, and such things. What is it that you would like our listeners or viewers of this program, or is there anything you want them to know about maybe what you've seen, what you have felt that might stir their soul to participate? Is there anything you would like, a tidbit that you would like them to know about the situation that we're trying to help Tracy and her team and the entire Redbird mission assist with? Is there anything that's touched your heart that you've seen over the years?
Well, I think going down to Kentucky and actually seeing the mission and the work that Tracy and all the people down there do, and then to actually see people come in who are in need of the shoe boxes or the clothing or whatever, it touches your heart, and it makes you feel really good that you're part of something to benefit people who aren't as fortunate as we are up here in New York. And I mean, you just have to drive down there, and you drive in the roads and you see the homes you're living in, and it opens your eyes to a whole nother world. So I've been touched by this mission, and I'm going to continue to be touched by it because it's just a great thing.
I'd like to say that there's no small task that anyone that has a desire to help that isn't useful to this project. One shoebox, money so we can build some shoeboxes. It's all used. And as from us driving all over the state, you can do the same thing in Binghamton area. Just send them to the Endwell Church or get your church involved. It's not too small a task. And everybody can contribute something.
Thank you, Tom. Good. Let me ask this. I'd like to toss it over to Tracy just for a moment and such, and then talk about, we can kind of conclude and wrap things up with what are we looking for in December for the next, for the next delivery. What can people do? But Tracy, is there something that you could share with our viewers and listeners that perhaps you haven't heard yet discussed, that you would want them to know about your efforts, about what you are trying to do, or even how they might be able to get connected to do something, or even do more than what they're doing now? Is there anything you would like them to know?
Yes, thank you very much. I just want to share that in our community, 52% of our children are living below the federal poverty level. So the demand, the need is tremendous here. The shoe boxes, it just warms my heart. I know I work in a lot of the administrative parts, but I'm also in that front office doing direct services. Alone, Redbird Mission was serving around 300 children. You heard Dave talk about you all just brought us 2,200. That means we reached 2,200 more children than we could have without your help. When I was up front the week of Christmas and I was serving the needs for emergency food pantry, I saw a family coming out of the attached clinic. And this 8-year-old child was tugging at her mommy. She had her 4-year-old brother with her. She was tugging towards the community outreach office, and her mom was hesitant. They got to the window, and her frail little voice, her tiny, she said, "Do you all have anything for Christmas?" She says, "I've heard that you all have Christmas here." And the mom, she says, "I'm so sorry. We just came from the clinic." She says, "We'll be on our way." And I says, "We absolutely do." And I was able to go get the most precious box for her and her brother. And when I took it out on that porch, he did a little dance and she squealed. And she says, "Mama, I just knew we'd have Christmas." And that touched my heart. And I waited till they left and wept. That's why we're here. So, we're providing the food, we're providing the hygiene, we're also providing hope, faith, and I just want more of that. I just want more of this partnership, and everyone that's giving, like Dave and Tom and Ken, every little bit adds up to a lot. We are impacting lives, and we get to see it on the ground. So you taking action is changing lives. And so we're making people's lives brighter, healthier because of the hygiene. We're meeting direct needs. So thank you so much. And I pray we can continue this in 2021 and even beyond. You are making a difference.
Awesome. Thank you. That touched my heart. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. So Dave, let me ask you, December will be here before we know it. As you look forward to the 2021 work that is ahead of you and the team and such things, what would you be looking for? I do remember talking with you that we're going to have a little bit different of a focus, but what can folks be preparing for so they can prepare all year for the next delivery? Can you share any information about that?
Sure. I think the biggest thing for this coming December, we're really pushing to do more shoe boxes, but we want to get more baby supplies. We did a lot of backpacks with school supplies. We want to continue that. We'd like to get away from the clothing, the gently used clothing. We would love to take new clothing, but we'd rather fill trucks with items that people could use, and that's the baby supplies, blankets, sheets, any type of items like that. And the shoe boxes. The one year we took close to 3,000 shoe boxes. I would love to do that again this year to really get the numbers up, because that would help Tracy a lot. In fact, I'm starting to send out emails already to let people know what the plans are, because people need to know ahead of time so they can get together, because some of them have to go through their missions committee or their pastor to get things involved. But we want to get things moving soon, because it's never too late. And we ourselves are hoping to take one more truck down this year ahead of time. We've got still more backpacks. We've got some food items that we need to get down there that we just couldn't, because we opted to take one truck. And like I said, we're at the weight limit for that truck. So we're really pushing to do that. And we're going to ask the churches to help us by, if they can't, bring stuff to Endwell or take it to Syracuse to help limit some of the driving that we're doing. Tom knows how many miles they put on. That's just amazing, but it would help if we didn't have to drive all over New York State, and people could help us by bringing things to us. That would be a huge blessing, because that takes a lot of time and effort. And this year we'd have to rent a vehicle to go around and pick everything up. because our source of vehicle that we've been using is not in the best of repairs, and I wouldn't want to put two people out on the road picking up things if they don't have a vehicle that's safe and everything. So
Sure.
we're really asking people to help us, bringing stuff here, or else taking it to the conference center and we can go up there and get it.
Great. Thank you. Oh, Dave, Tom, and Ken, I just admire you so much with your dedication towards the Redbird mission. But I'd like to give Tracy the last 30 seconds. If there's anything else that you would like to share, we only have about a minute left. Is there anything that you would like to share as we wrap up this time together?
Thank you so much. I would like to encourage everyone that's listening to reach out to Redbird Mission. This is our 100th year anniversary, and we want to be here another 100 years. But without your help, that may not be possible. So we encourage you to reach out and look us up on the website. You can donate directly to Redbird Mission. We encourage you to participate in the shoebox ministry through Endwell United Methodist Church. You're making a difference. You're improving the lives of low-income persons in southeastern Kentucky, deep within the Appalachian Mountains. Thank you so much for your prayer, your financial support, and God bless.
Thank you so much. Our guests today have been Dave Alexander, Tom Scheibner, Ken Schlock, and Tracy Nolan, the Community Outreach Director for the Redbird Mission. And together, my friends, we are changing lives. And so please do all you can to be a part of this vital and very important ministry. May God bless you all in this new year, in these difficult times, and peace be with you. Thanks for joining us.